inside.
Caesar was incredibly ruthless when he needed to be. Knowing that supplies inside the city were running low, Caesar decided that he would be able to starve them out by circumnavigating the city in a wall.
The wall stretches for 11 miles, effectively cutting the town off from supply lines. Caesar knows that with no access to food and water, it's only a matter of time before Vercingetorix and his men are forced to surrender or die from starvation.
Hey, Thomas. All right, pal. Oh. Good evening, Walter. Well, it's been an interesting day, to say the least. I'm on Netflix now, and I'm just watching the Roman Empire. That I had a help in its downfall. And like the other night, I was talking to some Australian lads. 4 hours at a time, but does that mean like 12 hours a day? Yes, yeah, like so. I had a great time with those French women. It's like I said, because I was speaking like French to them, they were speaking French to me. They could speak Japanese and English. You know, they were cunning linguists without a doubt. Well done, Walter. How cold are those cold ones, and what are they? Yeah, like well, I just got my card back, which is a great relief to me. But I haven't. I have not found in my. So I've not told the company I've got it back yet. Karjala, are you in Finland? The happiest fucking country in the world. You lucky bastard. You know, it's funny that you think. You know, I've never been to any parts of Scandinavia. I have. Is that good? Karjala. It sounds good. Is it a light beer? I prefer like lagers that are light and so you can quench. I'm not like that type of guy who's going to drink like fucking 2 small bottles or 3 small bottles of fucking strong beer. There's no fun in that. You've got to quench. You got to quench your thirst. I come from a steel city, and the breweries they would make because when oh dear, when people worked in the steel mills, they would lose such a lot of water because it was very hot and very tiring. I don't drink Coors Light. Oh, that's why you drink Coors Light. I wouldn't fucking drink Coors Light, man. Uh, I remember drinking what's that Mexican beer? Corona. I remember drinking 6 of those because they had them on offer to the gen, $2 each. I remember 6. All my mouth was just fucking. That's drinking American beer. Nah, but Coors is just too many fucking chemicals in it. Is it? No, but think what well, when I was married with the wife, that's who you're married to. We used to have like different nights. So we'd have like a German night, and we'd have like a Mexican night, and then we'd have a Japanese night, and a all different nights for food and drink. So we'd have like pizza or like fucking tortilla and Corona, and then we'd have like German night, which would be like German potatoes, sausages. Then we'd just go and invade a local neighbourhood. and it's great, just having these different nights for food, these different themes. Yeah, like I said, but sometimes one or two Coronas, it's not too bad, is it? You married, you didn't know of beer really? Was she Finnish? Of course. So when she didn't know of any beer, you said to your wife, "We're finished." Never marry a religious woman. Well, a serious religious woman. So today I was down at Nagoya Station. I didn't know these people were Jehovah's Witnesses, and whenever I see these people, I just tell them, "Why are you doing this? There's no God." When I was 10 years old, I knew there was no God. But there's something sinister about these people. Well, it took about a year to get the message through. I think, I think you can. It's very strange because people that are religious, that doesn't mean they're good people. In fact, I would rather trust a non-religious person than a religious person. She lives in Sweden. Oh, sorry. So you're and the okay. Got you. No, you're not talking about. You're talking about the religious folk. Yeah, unfortunately, I just can't understand from wherever country that people. But it's just like a false belief, because I know people that they say they believe in God, but they cheat on their wife, and they see nothing wrong in that. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, but you can't. The thing is, why are there no? If God made people on this earth, did He make it because the conditions were? See, the thing is, when the earth was born, there were no right conditions for human life on earth, not for many billions of years. So, did God wait about for like 4 billion years? There's, okay, now it's done cooking. We can introduce people. And if so, why didn't He introduce people on the other planets? Yeah, why? No, when he used to knock on my door, I used to invite him in and then fucking give him a bollocking. Anyway, Walter, today's lesson is, and for anyone watching at a favor at a future date, this is crystal. And I said it was 450 yen. It's 490 yen plus tax. $505. It's about $5 American. Bubbly wine. I used to drink one from Belgium, but this is like $5.50, and it's not too bad for $5.50. Sorry, for $5. $5 American is fucking pretty good. And this is the nokori. This is what's left over, and it's like I said, for $5, I'm well chuffed with it. When you say they're knocking a door every week. So is this like a popular thing? They go around knocking on lots of people's doors. Like I said, when I had one I opened the other day, I was scared to open it. I thought it's got to taste like shit for $5, but that's the point. It doesn't taste like shit for $5. I can tell you. There's another thing. For example, there is 9%. There is 9% beer. Oh, sorry, Chuhai. 7% and 9%. That tastes like shit. It's only $1, but I won't fucking drink it. No, but Thomas, you've got to invite them into your home, give them a cup of coffee, and then just explain to them they're fucking stupid. That's the kindest thing you can do. They have no argument. It's as simple as that. And intelligent people, you were raised a Baptist. Oh, Thomas, you were raised a Baptist. Then you know the arguments. Can you imagine that in a lot of these religions, can you imagine in a lot of these religions where all of a sudden the young kids, they grow up and they're just thinking, this is bullshit. And then the religion says you cannot talk to your own fucking children again. You cannot talk to your own brothers and sisters. What kind of fucking religion is that? That's soon escalated, didn't it? I tell you what, I went to a church. Look, I was a priest in this area. I've done over 3,000 weddings. And I went to a church a few years ago. It was a Canadian pastor, and I enjoyed it. There's nothing wrong with church. The only thing wrong with church is when they get you to do things that you don't want to do. Laos? Hello, Alan. What's it like in Laos? Yeah, exactly. When you say that, Walter, they couldn't talk to cousins and things like that. That is like a fucking obsessive boyfriend or girlfriend, where they tell the girlfriend or the boyfriend, you can't talk to your friends, you can't meet your family. This that is something wrong with them. When someone said that God said that you cannot have any other god but me, that shows a severe lack of fucking confidence. If you were good, for example, if you're a good fucking whatever you're good at, if you're good, you've got confidence in your business or whatever you do. You can't just say you can't go to that fucking baker, you can't go to that teacher, you can't go there. Yep. Well, you can do what you like, but with the nowadays with all the drugs, it's fucking what they're doing, and that's a problem. People said to me, people have said to me in my life, "Do you want some drugs or do you want this?" And I've just said no, because I drink beer and that's enough. Yeah, Walter, that's exactly what you say. They're all cults, and the people that do this and get people in, it's very close to cult, but you just got to change the L for an N. I remember seeing something. I think it was an English documentary maker. He went to a place in America, and the leader of this cult was fucking his own son's wife. And that's as bad as it gets. How is Santa look alike? Well, actually, Santa is a made-up character. I'm a real person. So Santa actually looks like me. Hey, Danny, how's it going, pal? Danny, where are you from? And did any of you see that? Please check in. Tonight I was in after I got my credit card back from the fucking useless police. I met two French girls in the Hub pub in Nagoya, and I had a most wonderful time chatting to these two young girls. It was great. Well, I could because I was speaking some French, which I learnt 40 years ago. Yeah, fucking Jim Jones, exactly. But the thing with Evans Gate is they got some nice sneakers. Yeah, Jim. But see, people believe that. And I was trying to tell these people at the station when I say these people, they are always the same. They always look the same, and I'm trying to get through to them that it's always people that look like you that fall for this fucking bullshit. I understood there was no God when I was like fucking 10 years old. I was christened as a Protestant, but my mother was fucking lazy, and so we went to the local Catholic church. Father Yates, Big Steve with a club foot, and they were nice people without a doubt. But once you start going to school and religious lessons, well, okay, I wasn't 10, I was 13. So when I realized it was bullshit, and you had all these questions that you asked in class, and the religious teacher did not have the fucking answers because he too knew it was bullshit. Priest too, the fucking Pope, he knows it's fucking bullshit. He said so. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, but the Jim Jones thing, they're fucking agents that went down there, didn't they? Yes, yes. Yeah, that's right. Just yes, Walter. Just do it. This is my shirt. I explained to the girls today. You see, this is my shirt. This is not just do it. This is just doite. So you add an e on the end, and just doite means get out of the way. No, they killed the agents. They killed about half a dozen agents, I think. The gas cult wasn't that. I think wasn't that 1995. I think it was 1995 or 1997. No, people don't always want to belong to something bigger than themselves. They don't. That's fucking what America and certain countries want you to believe. You don't need to be part of a fucking group, any group. You just need your family and people around you, your neighbors. But when you have those churches in America and there's like fucking tens of thousands go to a church and the people are fucking saying we need a new fucking jet to fly to places, that's bollocks. No, but I had a friend and he said, no, cults, if they didn't go to that cult, they'd start taking drugs. Serious drugs. So they're just weak. They're weak and feeble people. Yeah, that guy couldn't even. How can you follow? How can you follow a guy that couldn't even fucking see? Yeah, fucking 23 years that took. I think the Jonestown was about 600 people. Shoko Asahara. They did some fucking. They used to fucking put people in fucking 50-degree baths. They had a fucking industrial fucking microwave. No, yes, you're right, Annie. You're right. This is why I'm trying to tell these people at the station. Just fucking give it all up. Oi, Shoko Asahara. No, but see the thing is, these people are evil. I couldn't trick someone out of a fucking price of a bottle of beer. because it's in most people's nature. They can't cheat and trick people. Well, when I first came to Japan, there was a in the Japan Times in 1990, and it's around for quite a few years. Ronald Hubbard was like offering jobs, and it was like 200,000 yen a month, something like that, that you could go and join. I was never sure what it was. Someone told me later. You could go and join this company for 200,000 yen a month. Fuck knows what you were gonna do. Yes, well, it's still pretty cool here, Walter. Is Ron dead? When I was 18 years old, was it 17, 18? It's about 17, 18 years old. I worked in Barnsley, a small town near my town city, and I was selling tea. And the driver that I went with was a Scientologist. But I'll give him this: he was the coolest fucking guy you'd ever see. He was like fucking dark, short, curly hair, glasses, fucking raincoat, fucking really cool guy. But he was a Scientologist. I think his name was Tom or something. No, I had a friend. Well, I always tell a friend. He was in Tokyo, and we worked at the same bar together. And I'm not kidding. This guy was the fucking drug deal in 1990, in the late 80s, 1990. He was a Belgian. He escaped from fucking Philippines, and he started selling drugs in Tokyo. He was the fucking main drug dealer in Tokyo. And then it got too much for him. He had a fucking apoplectic fit, and then he went into a church, throwing his fucking money and drugs all over the place. And then he tries to reel me into the fucking church he's going to. I haven't heard of the realism. Not heard of that. What is LRH? I don't know what that is. What in what's the moon is? They're from South Korea. Don't they match up the people for weddings? The moon is from all over the world. No, I think with the founder of Scientology, Ron, he just found a way that he could like save taxes, and he invented his fucking own religion, and the American government fucking lets him do it. It's fucking crazy. Is that still a thing? The moon is. Brown bread. Where's Zed? Zed's dead, baby. Oh, that is Antarctica. Is that Antarctica? Is that the solid part of the Arctic? I just honestly, these people. I just can't imagine like bumping into like these people that are so stupid. Oh my god. It's you just can't believe it, can you? There's got to be something. It can't be poverty that makes these people. Is it poverty, loneliness that makes these people join these cults? But I guess that if those moonies they petered out, then something else is ready to fucking step in. I'll just take a commercial break here. So if you're in Japan, this is cristall. But isn't that like like crystal night? But so if you're in Japan, this is also a crystal champagne, which idiots pay $200 for. I think they should. I'm going to start my fucking church. You just have to subscribe in $75 a month. I think that's a cheap rate. That's not bad, is it? Okay, see you back. No, apart from these flat earthers, my argument is that in all intents and purposes, the earth is actually flat. Because if you, for example, this is the globe, yeah? So, because it's so vast, it is flat to what we need and what we use. So, for example, I drove across America, but in that journey, I think it was 3,000 miles, something like that. There was anywhere in that journey, because that is on the Earth's surface. That is an arc. It's an eighth. So 3,000 miles is an eighth of the world's circumference. And so you would have thought that an eighth of that would be round. So I should be able to pull up somewhere while I'm driving across America, and I should be able to take the fucking brake off and roll down. Why can't I roll down if the earth is round? It's not a globe. The earth is not a globe. It's like a semi-globe. But to all intents and purposes, as far as people on the earth are concerned, it's flat. Because you can't fucking start rolling down the hill. You can't start rolling down it. Arguments, opinions on that, please. Well, no. From a distance, it's round. But like I said, to all intents and purposes, because of the distances involved. What water? You got water? What? Australian toilets, but Australians don't use toilets. Walter, can I ask, in your house, do you have carpeting? And is it wall-to-wall carpeting? No, it is round, but in all intents and purposes, is it intents or intents and purposes, it's flat. Yeah, they're just shit in the street. Coming down the mountain, she'll be coming down the mountains when she comes. She'll be coming down the mountains when she comes. She'll be coming down the mountain. Do you guys know that song? And it shouldn't be on any list. Yeah, but like NASA are in on the conspiracy. I think they are. I'll tell you what, I don't know how old you people are, but all right, Chris, but you want to go back or you want to come back? I think that is an American song. No, but I remember when I was a young kid, 1969, I was 10 years old, and I was watching the fucking moon shit thing, and I just thought at that time, I remember at that time that the graphics of what they showed on the television looked very, very fucking strange. It just looked fake. I'm not kidding. It looked strange, and it wouldn't surprise me. Do you remember that film where the astronauts were trying to escape? That had to be fucking based on something. Chris Scott, where are you from? I know XL Prawn. I know where you're from, mate. Australia. Pekele, so good they named you twice. What is? Where are you from? The chat is getting too deep. I know. So we take us. Let's just talk about fake moon landings. What about Japan? I didn't realize there were Japanese politics. Chris Scott, 29. I'm around your age. Well, according to Japanese, I'm somewhere between 70 and 90. Oh, thanks. Well, that is my demographic. My main demographic for my channel is between 25 and 34. 39, very young man. Whitley Bay, you fucking joking. Whitley Bay in England. Capricorn 1, that was a fucking good film, that man. Good film. O.J. Simpson. That's you mean Khloe Kardashian's dad? Yeah, I don't know if you are if you are the guys have not seen Capricorn 1, fucking great film. Great film. Whitley Bay, what I don't know if I've actually been there, but is famous for is it famous for oysters or something? Well, Capricorn. No, I thought Capricorn 1 was where they were trying to make the space thing, and then the guys realized there was something wrong. They were making this film about they'd landed on the moon, and it was in the desert. And then all these guys were like, "Fuck it!" They were running for their lives. She'll be coming round the mountains when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountains when she comes. Do we know any more verses to that? So tonight I was talking to two French girls, and it was the best night I've fucking had in ages. I didn't have enough money to stay with them, and they were teaching French and English in Japan. And one of them was very tall, very thin legs with shorts on like this. He was nice. I am in Nagoya, or close by. Can you imagine all those celebrities or would-be celebrities that are drinking cristall and it's actually about fucking $4 a bottle? Oh, okay. So it wasn't about a mission to the moon then? The scariest animal I've ever seen in Japan, if it's an insect, is when I first got here. Me and my wife, we got their parents rented us a place. They found us a place, and they paid the deposit, and there was a fucking insect and they have the insects like a creepy crawly. It's about as long as my finger. I woke up, it had fucking bit my back, a massive earwig, and I thought I killed it. I put it in some paper. I thought I killed it, and when I got up the next morning, it had gone. This is an American song, isn't it? Well, you can't always say that. Don't forget, sometimes the dads are arseholes. No, it wasn't a cockroach, it was an earwig. Ah, is that the song, Clementine? Oh no, that's a different one. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. Da, 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 da. You look young, but you're 49. So I sang. So I sang my song. I was talking about my wife and a lot of Japanese people, because today I've been out like this from early in the morning, just had a t-shirt on, and it was cold. And Japanese people say all the time, "Aren't you cold?" And when it's about 8 years ago, I met my wife after doing a wedding, and I just got my shirt on, and I just said to her, it's really fucking cold day, windy, cold, and I just said to her, I don't even feel cold, and she said to me, "It's because you're fat." Chris Scott. The World Cup was here. I tried to catch the World Cup. We ended up having to go back to town and watching it in a fucking cafe. Yeah, it's a good song for me, that one. Also, Barry Manilow. I'm thinking of Buskin. Yeah, that Mama-san, that old fucker, she wanted to charge me 2,000 yen for the fucking beer and those songs. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. That, like I said, one of the in that I don't know if I said it in that video, but I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs where they make apple pie. But Barry Manilow, the fucking puffer, did not write that song, and that was one of the greatest quiz questions ever. Who wrote "I make the songs that make the young girls cry"? It wasn't Barry Manilow. And no, I haven't seen a game of football in Japan. Just some five-a-side or something like that. But no, I haven't seen a proper game. I've seen baseball, not football. The closest football ground is. I've played a couple of games. I played a couple of games, but I never actually watched one. What is my thoughts on Cliff Richard? That's another fucking puff, but big ship following me. What can I say? It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. Whose song is that? Was that Cliff? I hope you're Chris. I just hope you're referring to Cliff Richard and not me, mate. But Wimbledon needs him. No, it's that way. But he was on. What can you say? He was with Una Stubbs and Big Bus for what's that? Summer holiday. We're all going on a summer holiday. We're all going to make a pot of stew. But Una was nice. I saw Una maybe 6 months ago. She was on a program. She was discovering her roots, and she's like, I don't know. I guess she's in her late 60s, 70s now, but ever so lovely. But the thing is, if I stand up at fucking Wimbledon and get everyone to start singing, they'll fucking arrest me. And that's the difference between me and Cliff Richard. And a few, and a few other things. Oh, it's funny you should mention that. It's funny you should mention that with the Cliff Richard, because the young ones, which was one of the we're the young ones, la la la, and they did that with the fucking bus going off the cliff. So if you're not English or British, and so you should look up a television show called The Young Ones. Yeah, I've got 9,000 subscribers, but it doesn't matter. If I got like 5,000 views a video, that would be good. My best video is how to take out your air conditioner. In Finland, you cover stories like Cliff Richard. Has anybody got any more Cliff Richard songs? No, Cliff Richard was Hank Marvin and Hank Marvin and the Shadows, I think, wasn't it? Or Cliff Richard and the Shadows, and then Hank Marvin. Two Little Boys, classic song, but now tainted. Well, I never thought of it before, but you could do that Two Little Boys and like with Rolf, and then it turned out a naughty song. But that's fucking great song, Two Little Boys. That's it, Devil Woman. That's it, Devil Woman. She's just a devil woman with evil. Is that right? Wanna be my gang? No, Chris, and that's not Cliff. You knew that is. That's by Gary Glitter. There's a school in well, it's all over the world I think now, called Kumon, and I was just having naughty thoughts and saying I should recommend that, make a song for them using Gary Glitter's Kumon, 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 wanna be in my gang, man. and I just wondered, like, if the Japanese school would actually use that as a fucking use it as a song for a recruiting song without realizing what they were doing. Two little boys had two little toys. Each had a wooden horse. Gaily they played each summer's day. Warriors both, of course. That's fucking one of the best songs ever. And what else? And he had another good song, didn't he? Rolf. Did you think I would leave you crying when you broke off your horse's head? No, Callum cannot fucking sing, and they should not sing. It's just In fact, I said to him, like I said, you've got a nice voice, and he actually replied to me. But Callum has got a lot of things. Well, I don't know, but I like he's funny, but singing is not one of his talents, and maybe going with women is the other talent that he doesn't have. But talking is brilliant at. Yeah, I must admit, well, I suppose Callum is a bit like me. He's always putting fucking videos out, without a doubt. But he just gets in. But he's got I don't. He's got a few more computer skills better than me. But you know that when Callum does that like smash or pass. Well, I think I should do one of those videos, but because of my age, I would be smashing everything, smash, 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 as they say in England. Oh, apparently got Jill Dan. Oh, did you say that? Eh? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, but I don't think. Are you talking about Clifford Judd? I don't think he would take out Jill Dando. Not even on a date. What's the oldest woman I smash? Actually, there's one old woman in my area. I think she's in her 60s. As long as it's moist. Yeah, I did judo. Yeah, of course, now and again you meet like some. Of course, you meet people that. It's a fucking big place with big people. I remember like knocking. I remember I was sitting. We were sitting out at the fucking convenience store, and I thought this guy was taking too long, so I knocked on the door, and this guy fucking came out of the toilet. He was about fucking 6 foot odd, but really fucking well built. And I'm thinking, I give him my bravest look, but I'm just glad he wasn't a fucking violent person. So but to answer your question, Walter, but of course there are big people here, and there are strong people, but they don't usually like confrontation. In fact, today I was at the station, and this big Japanese guy walked past me, and he said something. I couldn't catch what he said, but he ended it with "osan," which is like old man. No, I still don't do judo, but I'd like to do it again. But maybe I'm a bit too old to do it now. Yeah, of course, Japanese women like British men. It's one of the top ones. If you are, like I say, judo is a great sport, and the best place to do it is in Japan. It's a brilliant sport, really. It's very funny. Most of the guys don't have any fucking hidden agenda that I want to be tough. It's a great sport. Puts you in good shape. Very fit, you know, and it's better than karate because you can use clothes and poke people's eyes out. I don't, yeah, you can take your girlfriend with on the visa. I think. I guess. What's the one thing that will get you beaten up in Japan? Being an arsehole. Yeah, but actually, I've got no fucking money. But if someone wants to send me a lot of money, I will go out in search of a wife. I'll call. What do you mean with that beard? I can't. I don't have an hidden agenda. Manage TV and make money from the beard. I've been in I've been in a New Zealand cell, and but I've been in quite a few Japanese interview rooms, but not the actual cell. I was threatened with it. I know one guy that was beaten up in a bar. Well, I've smacked a couple of people in bars, but I know one guy that was beaten up because he said to, maybe I think he might have been a bit gay himself, and he said to one or two of the gay people, "Is that your boyfriend?" And like three got up, and now he went for coca. Yeah, like I said, the only place I ended up in a jail cell was in New Zealand because I was really pissed, drunk, and I was a telephone engineer in England, and at the local telephone exchange, they had left a window open, and I'd been going in the window for quite a few weeks and making calls back to England. This is when there were no cheap cell phones. And so I was drunk and I took the ladders off a truck and I put the ladders to the building, climbed up, went in through the building, went outside when the alarm went off. Then I went back in, and then a security guard came round with this big fucking Rottweiler. But luckily, it was just like it was a pup. So they took me to the police station. I was there for the night. They took me down to Invercargill for a trial, and they let me off. Yeah, well, I'm still seeing you quite. Like I say, I'm still. Like I think one day it'd be nice to get like a screen on and do it live on the screen, so we can all talk together and have like have chit chats. Fuck, man, this is not bad. I don't know what's the strength. It's about 11% for fucking $5. That's pretty good. No, the Earth isn't round. It's like a, what do you call it? It's a different shape. There's a special shape for it, but it's not round, and it's not flat. I am the junk man of Japan. I'm sure there are a few more than me, but yeah, like that's part of what I do. Yeah, I pick up scrap. Nothing wrong with that. What do you do in Finland, Walter? Oh, okay, cool. Like Sanford and Son. Yeah, Sanford was a bit of a racist, wasn't he? I, I barely remember that show. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was even on in England, but I think it might have been on, but it wasn't funny. I'm coming, Elizabeth. Oh my God, what's up now? Yeah, yeah. Like I say, it might have been on England, but I would only been a young kid, and like I say, it wasn't funny. Step Two and Son is funny. So if you're watching this later, Steptoe and Son was the junk man of England and his dad or granddad, but they were really, really funny. Albert and Herbert. Well, I don't. Well, there was like Albert Steptoe and Harry Steptoe, I think. But Harry Steptoe, the son, before he became an actor, he was actually in the Royal Marines. Yeah, I wonder if we should do. I wonder if we should do the Japan version of Steptoe. Oh dear. On the yeah, on the buses. Yeah, that was quite funny with Reg Varney and Bob Grant. He was a bit of a puffer, wasn't he? That fucking Bob Grant. There's no sitcoms or anything like that. In fact, there was a sitcom. I only saw one or two shows. All the guardians slagged it, and there was a sitcom where I think it was an English guy married a Japanese woman with a horrible father-in-law. TV, I've got the license and everything, but I just don't watch it. No, there are funny shows without a doubt. There are funny shows, but like entertainment, there's some funny stuff. Yeah, Faulty Tales, good show. Hello, 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 hello with the Sam. What's his name? But he was, I think he was my favorite. The guy that went when they said Hitler, Heil Hitler, and he went look. But like that was a great show. Hello, hello, especially the what's it? The cake, the gâteau from the chateau. Yeah, Rick Mail is dead now. Yeah. I'm not sure if that show had actually stood the test of time, the young ones, crazy as it was. But I think the army one, I don't know what you call that now. There was an army one where they were in where they were in Asia in the jungle and they're like a troop, like an action troop. Oh, that'd be nice. First of all, I went to Nagoya today. I got this in my pocket. Look at this. This is my passport. It's out of date, 2 years. And when I show my photograph in my passport to the French girls, they just said I look a lot better now. So if I could afford to change my passport, I was actually thinking of going to Vietnam and having sex with Vietnamese girls. Bottom, you know, some bottom. Young one was good. I didn't like bottom. It was just like too over the top. Yeah, keeping up a bit. I remember watching that at the time, and it was very, very funny. But I watched some clips recently on you. I think one thing that Walter is Yes Minister, Yes Prime Minister. That they're the classic films. They keep up with the times. Excuse me. Oh, I think. Yeah, I think the one thing that I've got most respect for is the London one, Only Fools and Horses, but mainly because that was just written by one bloke. Only one bloke wrote that, John something. So because like usually sitcoms and things like that, there's usually at least two, three, four people that write them, but this one guy he wrote all of that. That was quite amazing. I'm just looking out of the corner of my eye of a Yale rescinds student submission because the students' parents were involved in a 25 million college entrance scam. You want your child to get a degree from a certain university and you're gonna fucking donate 25 million fucking dollars. Just give the fucking child $25 million. I'm sure he could do something with it. Yeah, yeah. What you just said is right, but what I hated most was like Michael Grade was the son of Lou Grade, two complete cunts, and one of the funniest shows ever was Mind Your Language, and people from all over the world love this show, and they just he says, well, we don't want to stereotype people, but people are stereotyped because of the way they fucking act. And it's just part of that country's people's fucking actions. And when people, whoever they are, they can't help it. There's nothing wrong with it. And if you're just like mimicking their actions, then that's just their fucking life. But the Pakistani guy in that, well, all the characters were fucking great. They were funny. And there was one guy, the Chinese guy, wasn't Chinese, I think. But Mind Your Language, one of the best shows ever. And if you haven't watched it, please, it's on YouTube. If you haven't watched Mind Your Language, it's really, really funny. It's funny. Walter, I would have given you $25 million, but someone just beat you to it. How far is Chiang Mai, pencil machine guy? Wow. Well, they did. I think. Especially on the buses, for example, that was a bit. My next door neighbour, they were definitely racist, but I don't think Mind Your Language was. It was just stereotypes. Look, wherever you are in the world, one country or region, they mock the others. Even in England, they mock. No, I'm a northerner. We get mocked all the time, and we mock the southerners. We mock the Welsh. The Welsh mock the sheep. Well, I don't know if they mock the sheep, but it definitely ends in C. So that's it. You have to stand up for your own stereotype, and that's the way. That's the way that most people see you. And of course, there's truth to it. And we're not fucking putting people down from it. Oh dear. Anybody? What time is it, anyone? What's that? Is that about an hour? Well, is that the same? Is that the same time? Yeah. Oh, might be the same. And I've got some drink left. Okay, this is the last of the cristall. Hey, Walter, I thought you were in Finland. It can't be fucking night time now, can it? It's got to be like afternoon. 12:20. Oh, so this has gone on then a bit, hasn't it? Fucking 12:24. That's after midnight. Thanks you. U.S. City. Oh, are you not in Tokyo? Are you? You just asked what is the time in Tokyo? Okay. Oh. No more biscuits left. No biscuits, chewing gum. All right, City. All right, thank you. It's over 1 hour's down, but thank you everyone that joined in and commented and said stuff. It's been quite a good night. Take care if you're drinking or driving. Bye bye.